Hi tubers. Okay, so I wanted to make this video. I'm not sure if this is gonna be a let's talk about it video or not. I don't know. I'm thinking about perhaps trying to do some natural hair videos, but I don't really feel super qualified right now. Perhaps, I don't know. I know that when I was thinking about going natural, I watched a lot of people, and kind of like the newer the better, because usually if you, or it seemed like if you, the people that I watch have been natural for a long time, didn't really seem to be super helpful for me, because it's different when you first start compared to 2 and 3 years later. The thing that you do, the thing that you already know, like what TWA means. I literally had to Google that. So maybe I will. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But either way, so this might just still end up in the Let's Talk About It playlist. But I just wanted to talk about my hair and my journey. I never have done a formal video about it. You just saw when I first had it done. But now it's been almost 2 months to the day. Almost. And I have had a lot of stuff go on because of this haircut. I'm surprised. First of all, I didn't realize, I knew that it would be an emotional situation. That was something that I did see on the YouTube people that I did watch. They said that it would be like emotional no matter what kind of person you are. You're going to have some sort of emotional experience dealing with it. But I never thought that it could be a good emotional experience. I figured it was going to be something sad no matter what, because you're going to lose all your hair and all this stuff. I had 2.5 minutes of sadness, and then mostly I was just ridiculously obsessed and interested and just very curious. That's what made me do that was a big reason why I did decide to go natural, was just being curious. There's so many things that I think that we as black women, and maybe black men, I don't know a lot of black men with perms, but everybody do got that one uncle though. So maybe, everybody do know that one uncle whose perm is better than yours. Think about him. So I'll take a moment of silence for him. His name is usually Rico or Edward. So one moment of silence for him. Alright, so I think that we as black women, we shoot our hair down before we ever really give it a chance. I know for me at least, I've had a perm since I was 11 years old. So I have no real idea what kind of hair I have. I don't know. My mom just, oof. And to be fair to my mom, I begged her for a perm. It was not necessarily her not wanting to deal with my hair or something. Every girl at my school had a perm. I was the only one who did not. And I begged her to get a perm, and honestly, it was a miracle compared to a lot of the other girls that I knew. I actually ended up getting a perm kind of late compared to a lot of other girls. But I was also, and still am, the youngest person in my class, so maybe we still got them around the same time. But either way, I never really knew what my hair was like. I mean, my mom always told me it was mean. Oh, your hair is so mean and all that stuff. But, you know, she basically scared me about it, though. She made me terrified that my hair was going to be the worst hair ever, and I just wanted nothing to do with it without some relaxer in it. And so from 11 all the way up to 21, so 10 years, I didn't know what my real hair was like. I just assumed it was probably bad. I assumed it was probably unmanageable, and blah. Now, to be fair to my mom, some of that is kind of true. It's definitely, we have a lot bigger combs in the house. The combs are like this, you know, and that's still kind of a problem. But, you know, I have to learn a different way of taking care of it. But I'm so obsessed. I'm just truly obsessed with my hair all the time. It is surprising me and, you know, just really impressing me. It is thick. There is like, I mean, like look at that. Like, that is just, I mean, like, you can lose your hand in there. My husband tries to hide pencils in there. So that's really surprising. I've always had thick hair, but when I put the perm in it, it definitely thinned it down a lot. Where, you know, I would never think that I had this much hair in my life. And what also surprised me, I don't think that this is the iPhone camera, so I'm not going to be able to really show you, but my hair actually has like real individual curls in it. Oh, there it is. Oh, that kind of came out. Look. Woo. Isn't that cool? Like, it's a real curl, like a real, like, spirally Shirley Temple curl. So I would have never thought that. I mean, I figured it'd just be a straight Brillo pad city child, and some of it is. But there are actually real curls in there, and like I'll just be sitting in class. Oh, look at that! There was a big one right there. I'll just sit in class and just pull on them and feel them and twist them and just. I'm really my hair just it's like a journey every single day of what's it gonna do now. And right now, as you guys can kind of see, I mean, it's summertime. It's hot. And I'm kind of going through the TWA moment right now, which for everybody who is just like me and didn't know what that means teeny weeny afro. So I'm still kind of going through that stage. So I just kind of let my hair do what it wants. Like, I'm not going to mess with it. I might slick a headband on here, like right here, you know, just about right there, if I just want to be festive. But for the most part, I put my little juices and berries in it, as I like to call, and I just go. I don't really mess with it right now. I did a twist out. I might put a picture in if I remember to. It was rough. My first attempt at a twist out was rough. Okay, but I'm learning, so I'm really having fun with that. The other thing that was really surprising to me is how many people ask me questions, and I'm just like, well, I'm not one of those, like, you know, natural 85 or whatever her name is, where her hair is just like long, and you know, I get why people might ask her questions because she has noteworthy hair. I don't feel like my hair is that noteworthy right now, but I do still have people say, oh, when did you do your big chop? Or, oh, do you like being natural? Or all this stuff. Of course, the people who knew me before, when I had straight hair or had my weaves and stuff in, they would ask me questions. I'm not surprised by that. But I have like strangers come and ask me questions about it. So there's that. And what I also get is how much I look like my mother now. And that is kind of annoying. Because this is my real hair. My mom got that nice little S curl in there, child. Yes, it's very similar to a Jerry curl. And I don't want to hear that my hair reminds people of Jerry curls. And that I look like a, you know, 50-year-old woman now that I cut my hair off. But I will also put a picture in there of us next to each other. And you can judge for yourself how much I look like my mom now. But, overall, I really would say it's been positive. I was a little worried about my husband's family. As you guys saw, my husband is not fazed by it at all. He seems to like it better, which is weird. I hear people say that, but I never believe them, but he really does. But I definitely figured that his family would react kind of, I don't know. You know how some people like to ask questions and touch, but they don't seem to, and not even like fake don't seem to. They really seem to be like, oh, I like it. Oh, that's your real hair. Like, first of all, when my hair is permed, that was my real hair too. Don't act like I just wear weave all the time. But they were, his grandpa, who was really a man of few words, was like, I like it short, and that was it. That's all I got out of that. But that means a lot coming from him. So, I mean, it was definitely a big journey. I definitely had to go through some soul searching of, am I pretty enough to carry this? I mean, I don't know. I mean, sometimes, as you can see right here, this is a bruise from a pimple that my husband popped very aggressively, might I add. Okay, but either way, like, you know, I don't have any hair to hide that. I don't have any, like, whatever's happening here is all up in your face. And I didn't know if I had the face for that. But I just feel more, I don't know, I still have yet to find the word that I mean. It's like a mixture of like natural, real, and right. I feel natural. I feel how I was like, how God meant for me to look, I guess. Like, I finally look how God wanted me to look. And real in the way that, you know, what you see is really what you get, you know. I'm not saying that people that don't wear weave aren't beautiful. I wore it. Obviously, I thought that it looked kind of okay. But, you know, you always have to kind of, at least for me, I would always kind of think, if somebody be like, oh, you're pretty, it's like, am I pretty, or is this good yucky pretty? You know, let's be real. Or something like that. So now, you know, I mean, yeah, you know, somebody says something bad, and that's just bad, I guess. But if somebody says, you know, you're beautiful, or you're this, or you're that, like, that's really what I look like. Oh my God, I'm really beautiful. So, I feel real. I feel like I'm being honest and true to myself. You know, good and bad. You know, like, if you gain a little weight in your face like I am, you're not hiding that. No, there ain't no frame in the face with this. But at the same time, that's who I am. That's what I really am offering the world. So whatever. And right, I feel right just, it's something that you never really realize you're missing until you do it. And then you do it and you realize, oh, this is how it's supposed to feel. This is how I'm supposed to feel. And I'm truly cool with the natural movement. Now, what I will not do, and that's what I'm going to say, I'm going to hold you guys accountable. If I ever try to start tripping and get all natural and try to like down people with perms, or try to, if I ever become like a super hypocrite, y'all blow it up and blow up all them comments and just tell me how fake I am being and bring me back to earth, okay? That's what you're here for. I do not judge anybody who chooses to use a perm or a weave or a straightener, relaxer, kitty perm, softener, S-curl like my mama, you know. Berries, no berries, sulfates, parabens, paraffins. I've never heard so many words in my life that I did not know were in shampoo. Like, what? I thought it was just soap and water. No, there's all kinds of crap that apparently you're not supposed to use. Let me tell you, I use them. I think. I don't know. I'm not a ingredient queen like that. I don't really care. What works on my hair works, and trust me, with this hair, if gasoline worked, I would just use gasoline. I don't care about that stuff. But if somebody does use it or doesn't use it, I really don't care. I think that hair, especially hair like ours, because we don't really have a lot of people making products for us, you know? Like, if you have straight hair, thin hair, greasy hair, they got shampoos for that. But if you got this hair, nobody really makes a commercial about that, now do they? So if you choose to use mud, I do not care. Like, we have to do what we have to do. So I'm not gonna start judging people who did not choose to become natural yet, or aren't going to, or are going to, or they're transitioning with no chop, or transitioning with a chop, or henna. Oh my God, I have never known that there are so many things you could do or not do to your hair. Co-poo, poo-poo, booze poo, I don't know. I don't care. That's one thing I definitely learned by doing this, is that you really cannot judge anybody, because I've definitely had some days where I was like, can't I just perm the edges though? Like, I mean, for real, you know. It's very singular, and you cannot judge people. So I don't plan on becoming that kind of natural. But so far I'm definitely liking it, and it is a very big, it's a journey that I think if you're thinking about it, is well worth it to continue to do your research towards it. Because if there was a bigger skeptic in the world than me, I never met him, because everybody that was trying to go natural was like, not me, honey. When I be eating my touch-ups, I'll be in the chair like, let's go, come on, because I felt one crinkle. I felt the crinkle down here. So I was definitely the biggest skeptic. But now that I've done it, yes, I am one of those people who I did not believe before, but I would never go back. I wouldn't, because I mean, this is how I'm supposed to be. So I love it. But I am not judging you if you don't love it, don't want to do it, still quick weaving it, or sewing in it, or crochet braiding it, whatever it is, I support you. So that is it. I just wanted to go ahead and be on record about it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't really updated you guys about what I did. And by the way, when my hair got shorter, my earrings got bigger. So if you guys are thinking about it, just make sure you hit up your local beauty supply store and get all them 99-cent earrings that are like this big, because it balances out your head. Nobody really has a head like mine, so maybe you don't have to do it. Okay, well, anyways, good talking to ya, and I'll see you next video.